The Belgian Wiffles didn't begin in 2011 when WSEM was formed. In fact, their history goes back to 2009 when Downriver Wiffle hosted the Fast Pitch Tournament at Brownstown Middle School, August 15th. David Buhr was playing some pickup games with us that summer, so naturally he had a team in our tournament to reboot Downriver Wiffle after taking 2006 to 2008 off. He formed a team with Nolan and Chris Kincaid, and then we gave him Matt Murtha. They went 0-2. Quick exit. They were probably the worst team in the tournament. I mean, no one really thought much of them. And then in 2010, when we had their decent-sized tournament at Brownstown Middle School, Belgian Wiffles weren't there. Then, finally, in 2011, when WSEM was founded, David Buhr was picked as one of the 8 captains.
This first season of wiffle ball, and it was a lot of fun. It was my best season statistically. Batted .261, I think, with 4 home runs. In fact, I had a lot of fun with the one home run at Constantine Park, I believe it was. It was one of my first, might have even been my first home run of the year to deep center. But overall, it was interesting trying to get guys out to play. It was tough to get anybody out. Chris and I were the only ones there consistently. Just made it hard to get a full team together at any point in time. That was an interesting season. We definitely were vastly improved as a team once I got those guys on my team. Skinner, I saw him throw at one of the tournaments, and I wanted to throw him in there to pitch. But Castle and, well, actually mostly Castle, I think a little bit CJ, they didn't want him to. They didn't think he was going to be good enough. we learned later how good he was. But also, then there was just some drama within the team amongst the young kids for a little bit, and that's going to happen with kids, especially high school kids. And the reason I ended up trading Skinner was because I thought he wanted to trade because I had been told because of just some miscommunication amongst me and the other guys and me and Skinner, and it was all kinds of messy. I felt bad about it too. I hated trading him because I knew how good he was. But that's an interesting one because I just kind of stuck my bat out there. Skinner had been throwing a bunch of pitches, and I had fouled a bunch of them off. And finally, I just stuck my bat out there and happened to get a piece of it, a good, solid piece of it. Later, Skinner told me he threw me five pitches, the exact same pitch, 5 times in a row. It's probably why I was able to get a hold of it. It was kind of a bittersweet victory for me because I still felt bad at the time about trading Skinner, yet I enjoyed getting a victory. And it's like one of those times you like it, but you don't like it. It was a lot of fun getting off to that 3-1 start in 2013. The guys were having a lot of fun, and then something happened. We started bombing, started losing, and I think part of that was because it was difficult to get guys out there at the right times and everything. Difficult to get the games all set up with everybody, and coordinating the right time for both teams. And I kind of was a little more lenient with the times and allowing my team to have fewer of our better players there, which was probably a mistake. I should have held my ground a little bit more with my good players, but I just didn't want to be the difficult manager to work with, the difficult captain to work with. So then once we started losing and everything, I realized, Greg and Mark, they hadn't gotten a whole lot of playing time that season, and Jason as well. And so I kind of talked to them about trading them just so that they could get more experience, more playing time, and have a chance of being on a playoff team. And I wanted them to enjoy it a little bit more. So they agreed to it. And I don't remember if they made the playoffs that year or not, but I know that they ended up on a team with a better record. The reason I gave up the captain position was because at the time I was struggling to find a job, and I just needed to back off of something somewhere. I needed to back off of my responsibilities in certain areas, and that was just, wiffle ball was the one where I needed to back off because it wasn't a priority, and finding work was. I didn't know how often I'd be there for games, especially with the job that I ended up getting as a security officer, 2 to 10 p.m. during the week. And on weekends, it was kind of rough. So I figured if I wasn't going to be there a lot, I shouldn't be the captain. Okay, with Farkas and Stroney, I'm pretty sure Carl Coffey was the one that brought those guys on. And I went and practiced a little bit with both of them to see how their pitching was. And it was still kind of cool out, a little bit windy one of the days we practiced, and Farkas looked really good, but Stroney looked really wild. Since then, he's definitely settled in, and he's definitely become one of the better pitchers in the league. And I think because he's so young, he's only going to continue to get better. Farkas, I didn't expect him to be as good as he is, but he turned into quite the pitcher. Pretty much the best in the nation, so I was impressed with that. And the best part about it was he was very humble about it. He's been very humble about it for 2 full seasons. The championship run was kind of fun. I mean, it would have been more fun if I had been at more of the games. I couldn't be at as many of the games because of my National Guard duties, but I got to be there for the championship round with my old teammates from who are now El Diablos. I don't remember exactly what happened, except that they weren't bringing back teams. The commissioner decided that they weren't bringing back teams if the captain wasn't returning or something like that. I was planning on returning to be captain again in 2015, but because I hadn't been the captain in 2014 and Carl decided to step down as well, they decided to just say, you're not coming back as the Belgian Wiffles. So the Belgian Wiffles team did not come back. At first I was pretty upset about it. I felt like they just kind of dismantled this franchise that I had tried to build up, and I was hoping to come back finally with some returning players for once. But over time, I realized it was better that way. I was better off just going into the season, not having a team of my own, not trying to lead because I don't feel like I did a good job before. And I had a really fun time coming into 2015 without the Belgian Wiffles, and I feel like I had more fun this last season than I have almost any other season.